So the whole damn week we've been talking about Omicron, and of course it is now global, and it will be the dominant variant, but it's not going to end there because we are only in our fifth wave. Fifth wave. We're going to be in the third year soon, coming up in COVID-19 pandemics. This is the longest pandemics that I've known, but it is not going to go anywhere. It's going to mutate and it's going to become milder and milder. Ultimately, we're going to reach lambda, and then we're going to come to omega, okay, which is the last alphabet in the Greek alphabets. So I want to make this very short video just to update you on what I've known so far about the Omicron. I've received a lot of questions from patients and also viewers. First of all, Omicron is milder variant, okay, compared to Alpha, the Beta, and now the Delta. Omicron is the milder variant. We are getting more data coming from South Africa. The rate of hospitalizations and the rate of intensive care unit and the mortality from Omicron are actually decreased compared to the Delta. Okay, it is in fact at this point appear to be a severe case of flu. It still can kill you, but it is milder than a Delta. Now, is it worth this hype, this panic, and this magnitude of shutting down the economy, put millions of people out of work, shutting down school, and just spread everybody out and stop the Christmas, no gathering? Well, people are getting used to it, and people are also getting fed up about it, okay? I don't think so. Probably not, okay? I also been getting a lot of questions about the vaccines, the efficacy, and the booster. Before we go there, why is Omicron more transmissible? Now, if you watch my video from a year ago, I told you, one of the principles in an infectious disease is that if a virus is becoming more transmissible, it loses virulence or it becomes less virulent. And that principle seems to apply to the COVID virus pretty well. Because it's getting more transmissible with time, the virulence of this virus has clearly decreased. It has gone down. It kills less people because it wants to survive. And it's going to stay around for a long time because at this point, COVID virus or SARS-CoV-2 has reached a thermal stability level. It doesn't die in the heat and it doesn't die in the cold, okay? So it survived the heat of South Africa summer, it survived the heat of Australia, it survived the cold of Canada. It will be around for a long time. It is mutating, okay? So it will be around just like a seasonal flu for a long time, most probably forever. We don't know that yet, but it's not gonna easily gone away. Now, if you take countries like Canada, for example, which is 85% vaccinated, okay, but they are reaching the fifth wave, the transmissibility of Omicron is like a wildfire, okay? So the questions I've been getting from a lot of patients and viewers is, why do I even bother to get the vaccines if the vaccines don't prevent me from getting COVID? Well, a lot of people don't understand the difference between infections and disease. The COVID vaccines will help to prevent the severity of the disease. It does not prevent you from getting the infection totally, okay? Although you have less chance of getting it if you're fully vaccinated. And the whole 2 years I've been dealing with this thing, I can tell you unequivocally that COVID vaccines do prevent the severity of the disease. No. If you're here to attack me politically, get out of my channel, go on CNN, go on Fox, and knock yourself out. This is not the place to do it. Scientific data have shown that the vaccines for COVID do not prevent the infections. It reduces the chance of getting it, but it prevents the severity of the disease. Not totally, but it does, okay? So people who are not vaccinated, they have about 13 to 18 times more chance of ending up in an ICU compared to somebody who's fully vaccinated. The question I also have is, should I get a booster? The answer is yes. I have given people Johnson & Johnson. I have given people Moderna and Pfizer. I have checked their antibodies. Most of the people who got Johnson & Johnson lost their IgGs, their immunity over time. Some cases over 8 months or 7 months or 6 months, they have no more immunity. The people who have Pfizer and Moderna is the strongest one, they do mount an immunity. That's the IgG against COVID. If you get the booster, it will boost the immunity up. And the data so far show that it helped to soften the severity of COVID, especially the Omicron, by about 70%. Now, the change of the COVID-19 virus is real, okay? It is mutating, but it is becoming milder. So my message to you is, do get the vaccine. If you're an adult, if you're vulnerable, do get the booster. I am not very hot on COVID vaccine given to the 5-year-old and a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. They're very young, but that's a different topic with a different video. And quickly on the mask, the cloth masks don't work. Stop wearing them. They're useless, okay? If you want to wear a mask, put on a surgical mask at the minimum. The masks do not help you to prevent getting the COVID vaccine. They help you from spreading the COVID virus to a certain degree. The mask that works the best is the N95. It will help to limit the spreading of the infection more than other masks. It will help you from getting the infection to some degree if you can breathe in the freaking thing, okay? So I'll see you back soon when I get back to the United States, and we're going to talk more about the new treatments that recently came out for COVID-19, including the oral medications that are being approved by the FDA on an emergency basis. So I'll see you back soon. And if you don't have to travel, don't go.